The thought that was in my mind today is, or the story that's in my mind is a tale of two perspectives, a tale of two perspectives. I want you to just imagine this for a moment, that at all times, you, Eddie Marashian, whomever it may be on this call, you have two perspectives that are alive within your being. You have your higher perspective, and then you have your everyday perspective. The higher perspective is the dominant perspective. The higher perspective is unchanging. The higher perspective is unconditional. The higher perspective is what we call Sat Chit Ananda. It's always in a state of blissful awareness of its oneness with all things. Even in the experience of, death or dying or tragedy, the perspective doesn't shift from one of kind of infinite awareness and bliss and knowing the eternity of your life beyond this individual manifestation right here. That is the dominant perspective that is always within you. Then there is the perspective of our mind that is always changing. It's always fluctuating. It's always kind of going up and down. It's feeling good. It's feeling bad, right? Now, when you are aligned with your higher perspective, when the individual perspective is aligned with the higher perspective, we feel really good. When you're feeling good about your life, when you're feeling positive about your life, when you're feeling peaceful, when you're feeling balanced, you are in alignment with that higher perspective. When you're feeling fearful, when you're feeling afraid, when you're feeling upset, when you're feeling down, you are no longer in alignment with that higher perspective. That higher perspective does not ever shift. That means the way we are feeling is always indicating to us how much we are aligned with our higher self or not. When you feel good, you are aligned with that self. When you feel bad, you are not aligned with yourself. The process of yoga is so simple. We call yoga unity, or achieving a sense of mutuality, union, one. It's about taking your individual perspective and allowing it to sync up once again with your higher perspective. We release our resistance, we release our mind, we release our frustrations, we release our angers, we take nice deep breath, whatever it may be. And in that letting go process, our individual perspective and our higher perspective once again unite. But kind of the big point of this is that your higher perspective does not shift just because you're going through a hard time. So you can use your emotions as a way of letting you know whether you're in sync with your higher self or whether you're out of sync with your higher self. And it's always there waiting for you. All you have to do is let go a little bit and start to tap in and tune into that perspective. And that's why this practice is so beautiful. We've all had the experience. It's why we're still here 10 weeks later, that no matter what is going on in our life, when we get on the mat and we release our everyday mind a little bit, we feel better at the end. All that means is that your individual perspective has risen to meet the perspective of your higher self, your enlightened self, your infinite self, your divine self, whatever you want to call it. Your individual perspective has come to meet it. Okay? You have a part of you that is always steady. Our aim is to achieve mutuality. Our aim is to unite with that highest part of ourself. And that's what feeling good means, to come back to who you really are. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let's begin our practice.